President-elect Donald Trump wielding Twitter like Thor wields his hammer. In the meantime, public shaming, let's face it, and placing that white-hot spotlight on businesses, we're seeing it yield instant results. Corporate America, though, and the media, well, they're going to get better at that game as well. In fact, we saw before actually claims that it didn't blink. Still, President-elect gave the automaker a shout-out this morning, sort of assuaging management, while also showing others that, hey, you can get out of the doghouse as fast as you're put in. So is Twitter, the new paradigm. Here to discuss, Akash Chougule and Vince Colanese. Akash, let me talk to you because it's obvious that the use of Twitter has really yielded some amazing results for Donald Trump and the American public thus far.
You know, every president uses the bully pulpit. We just happen to be in the 21st century, and social media is a big part of it. But the bigger question, Charles, isn't just, Trump's tweeting or the people criticizing him for it. It's whether Republicans in Congress and the Trump administration are going to come together to solve these problems that he keeps tweeting about and stop companies from moving overseas by making America a competitive place to do business to end his administration.
But the flip side of that, though, Vince, is some people are saying, hey, if you stop moving overseas, America will become a great place to do business.
Well, yeah, precisely. And I think what you've seen, whether it's in the Carrier deal or in now the Ford and this GM stuff, is that Trump is jumping in, even before he's president. He's using the power of his celebrity and the promise that he's going to be the next president of the United States to sort of force the hands of these major companies who, by the way, who reel at the slightest criticism from regular celebrities, nevertheless the leader of the free world. So now that President-elect Trump is going after them and saying, hey, fix this, I think oftentimes they see this as both a public relations nightmare and something that undermines their core message, which is, especially in these car companies' cases, we're made in America. That's the reason they have loyal customers. They should stay that way.
So, Vince, let me ask you then, do you think the use of Twitter, which obviously the administration says will not stop, it can be the ultimate weapon, the modern-day bully pulpit that pushes these companies around? Or is this sort of a flash in the pan until corporate America learns how to respond quicker and, I don't know, more decisively?
Well, talk about government efficiency. The guy's not even in office yet. All he has to do is tweet. It doesn't take any cameras or lights or microphones or sound people or anything. It's just him boom, tweeting. And he's getting out a message, and it's clear, and it's affecting millions of dollars in business, so far all to the benefit of the United States. And I think the bully pulpit in this case is going to be a strong weapon for Donald Trump, and it sends a clear message to business that they need to think seriously about keeping it within the U.S., because he's made a lot of promises about creating favorable conditions for that very thing.
There's absolutely no doubt about it, Akash. So where are we going to go then? Because we know that there are a lot of other factors involved in all of this, but one thing I did read late today is that even in Mexico, the Mexican media said that what happened yesterday with Ford has changed everything. I believe Donald Trump is going to get swift concessions on NAFTA from Mexico and Canada, and I think that the would-be trade war is going to be softened up for our benefit because of the instant success that he's had.
I certainly hope so, Charles. The trade war, the risk of bad trade deals and protectionism remains one of the big concerns potentially about the Trump administration. Ford did say that they're encouraged by the direction that his policies seem to be going in. If we can avoid a trade war, make America competitive by reforming the tax code, cutting back regulations, controlling government spending, I think you'll see more and more companies choose to stay in the United States because it'll be a place where they can build successful businesses like they used to be able to do, before the Obama administration and this huge growth of government. Well,
I mean, ultimately, though, Vince, the American people, they're going to have to, probably vote not just with their wallets, but in other ways as well. And you have to wonder, right now, it feels like every time Donald Trump tweets, not only does he have his followers, but pretty soon he's going to get that @POTUS handle to go along with it. So it's just really a remarkable tool that he has at his disposal, and I just think it's going to get even stronger.
Big time, and it's sort of a crystal clear distillation of how he's different from Obama. Obama has always seen other countries and many other players around the world as sort of equal partners at the table. And a lot of Americans, and Donald Trump especially, say, hey, wait, we're the United States. We're exceptional. Let's throw our weight around when we have to in order to get some concessions. This is, I think, another sign that Donald Trump is taking his experience as sort of a negotiator and bringing it to the national stage. I think that it could be very successful.
$18 trillion economy. We are still the biggest and best country in the world. We shouldn't forget that, let alone the rest of the world. Gentlemen, both, thank you very much.